What is up, guys? It's your boy, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas Cactus, and today we have a brand new Xur Location and Inventory review for the weekend of December 22nd to the 25th, and so let's get started. And first things first, Xur is going to be located in the Winding Cove on the EDZ. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the exotics, we do have the Cold Heart as the weapon. Really not a bad trace rifle, to be honest. Then we have the Celestial Nighthawk, guys, with a little bit of recovery, a little bit intellect, actually, which you do definitely want intellect. This is fantastic. It recently got buffed, so now that precision shots will actually give you more super energy. You can get a lot of your golden guns off with Celestial Nighthawk. Very, very good option. Then there is the Syntheseps, kind of an infamous exotic. A 68 is a great total stat, but way too much mobility and not enough resilience, and it was just nerfed recently, so pretty unfortunate there. And then Felwinter's Helm, 64, not really too spiky, not super impressed by that. Let's take a look at the weapons here. First of all, we have the Whispering Slab with Hipfire Grip opening shot, not a big fan of that. Then we have a Threat Detector Frenzy Wolftone Draw. Well, certainly, you know, that's a bit of a combo. You have a reload increasing perk combined with a perk that also increases the reload and damage. You're going to be shooting your bow shots pretty darn fast. Moving on from there, we have the Vulpecula with Encore Adagio. Nah. Then we have a Surplus High Impact Reserves, the number, it's kind of okay. Then we have a Genesis One for All Explosive Personality. I really do like the Explosive Personality. It is a fantastic wave frame, a solar grenade launcher, one of the better origin traits, in the game, period. And also, One for All is fantastic. It's just Genesis is really not what you want with this weapon. So honestly, pick it up if you need a solar wave frame, but you can definitely do better. And then after that, we have the Temptations hook here with Relentless plus On Guard. Relentless is fantastic. On Guard, really not so fantastic. Then lastly, okay. A Threaded Needle Linear Fusion with Autoloading Holster plus Vorpal Weapon? That's like kind of the god roll, right? Like, with this particular weapon, with the Threaded Needle, it's that, or instead of autoloading, it's like Clown Cartridge. And look, it even has ionized battery to increase the magazine size. Like, this is a very, very good roll. Now, since this came out, guys, you can do better. Like, the seasonal linear fusion is an aggressive frame. It can get like some pretty insane perks just this season. But for the Threaded Needle, if you're in need of a pretty darn good heavy, like, this is a very, very good roll. I think this is the arguable god roll for the Threaded Needle. So that's pretty crazy. Now, as for the weapon on the back, it's the Hawkmoon here with snapshot sights. Not too excited about that. We have extended bail to increase the range, decrease handling speed. It's kind of a mid-roll, to be honest, nothing too crazy. Then we have an armor set here, the Kairos Function set. Let's check light.gg for the rarity here. Alright, so this set was originally introduced back in Season 2 with the Curse of Osiris expansion, and then it was reintroduced in Season 15, but it's a very common set with just over 40% of Guardians having access to this very helmet. Very unique looking set though, so if you don't have it, for sure pick it up for the transmog. Now, as for the stats here, 64 with way too much mobility, I'm going to skip. 63 with a lot of recovery, not bad, but definitely I think you can do better. 62 with recovery and strength, not that amazing. And then 63 again with a massive amount of recovery. Well, geez, pick all these up, guys, and you'll have the 100 recovery Titan if you ever wanted such a thing. In any event, let's move on to the Warlock. Alright, guys, for the Warlock, let's check these gauntlets. Wow, 66 with a massive mobility spike and a discipline spike. I'm not really. If this mobility spike was in recovery, something I'd be freaking out, but not really too interested in that, to be honest. Then we have 61 with a strength spike. No, thank you. We have 65 again with a big mobility recovery spike. No, thank you. 63. Okay, well, if you got, holy crap, guys, if you want a max mobility warlock, this is where you find it right here. Now let's switch over to the Hunter and how much you guys want to bet the one class that actually wants mobility spikes like this doesn't have it. Alright, for the Hunter, let's check these gauntlets. 64, really not too spiky here, kind of average. Then we have 66, a little bit of a mobility and a discipline spike. Honestly, not the worst. Like, you'd like to see it a lot more spiky, but certainly, like, you want mobility, you want discipline, it's got a little bit of everything. It's an alright chess piece here. Then we have 64, definitely more spiky in recovery and intellect here, which is alright. Generally, you want some other stats more. And then 65 here. Okay, this is pretty spiky here. Big mobility spike, big strength spike, a little bit of recovery here. Certainly for some hunter builds, like especially if you're running any sort of melee build, you do want huge mobility, huge strength. So this is actually a relatively good piece of boots right here. So for this weekend, it's going to be these hunter boots. They're pretty darn good. Then we have the literal god roll of the threaded needle. The problem is just that the threaded needle has been power crept so far, but if you're a free-to-play player, like this could absolutely be worth picking up. And then the Celestial Nighthawk. Now this stat distribution is probably going to be better than a lot of people's Celestial. Like 66 overall is on the higher end. You definitely want a chunk of intellect. You have recovery, a little bit of discipline. Like you have pretty much everything other than strength. You can definitely do better, but this is your chance to pick up an absolute meta. Like right now, Celestial Nighthawk is meta. Great chance to pick it up if you don't have a good stat distribution this weekend, guys. And so that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.